Hey guys, alright, let's dive back into Mythic World and finish off these clouds for the Minokawa. And then the fourth and final video will be coming back in with our detail work, with our pencils, and finishing off all those final details and all that good stuff with, white gel pens and whatever else. Alright, so what I am going to do is come in on the clouds now with the near colors, and I've decided to go with like your dark stormy sort of clouds. So I've come and I'm coming in with black, gray, light gray and white. My plan is to apply it with my paintbrush like I have done in the previous videos. And then come back in later with my Neo ones over the top and smooth them out because I can color match. So yeah, so basically I'm going to put the black into where Kerby has added the line work because that's indicating the darkest part of the clouds, and then blend it out with the other two shades of grey into a white, which will be the highlight. So that's the plan. Things never go to plan, so let's just have a go. All right, let's dive in. So I'm gonna get my paintbrush. I'm gonna put my paint, it's the very edge of my table here and I am clumsy as, so I'm sorry that I'm going to be reaching, maybe if I go this way. Okay, I'm gonna put it to the left so I'm not reaching across you guys. It's just gonna be there. All right. So I'm going to come in first with my black and then I'm going to start blending them out into like the blend. So basically I'm going to, maybe if I start down here and I'm going to start adding in the black. We'll just go from there. All right, so picking it up, coming into where Kerby has those shadows. Then I'm going to come in with my next darker color grey. And remember, when I'm blending, I'm wanting to kind of pull it back into where that black was, as well as spread it that little bit further. All right, down in with the next lightest grey. And again, you're pulling it back into that color that you just had, which gives you an easier way to blend it. You're not going to get that harsh line there. It's quite light, this one. And then finally, I'm going to come in with my white just to give that edge the highlight. And I know the cloud is already white, but it's just going to help blend out that lighter grey as well. So that's the reason I'm going in with the white. That way I'm not getting that harsh line from that grey. All right. I'm going to come in just a little bit more of that black, darken it up a bit. Pull it into that part. And that was already a bit wet still, so I'll zoom you in quickly. There you go. So you can see it gives you a bit more of a cleaner blend all the way out. All right, let's go into the next bit. I'll do sort of this area and then I'll speed it up so you can see, me doing it, but it's not going to be all night for you. So again, following where Kerby's put the colors down, the line work down, sorry, I should say, but I'm going to come up under here as a bit of a shadow. Pulling it down. All right, coming back in the grey. Again, blending it up into where I've just laid the black. And then pulling it down. You can come in with a bit more black, help blend it out. And going with the grey. And just slowly work on that line, blending those lines out. You don't want the lines. Now I'm going to come back in just with the damp brush, not actually any colour, and kind of dab where the two colours are meeting just to help blend that little bit better. It's harder as the colours dry to get that nice blend. But like I said, I'm going to come back in with the Neo ones anyway. So even if it's not kind of as smooth as I would hoped, I can kind of cover up some of that anyway. So not too fast. And if you don't have Neo ones, just, you know, come back over with your pencil work. So not a big deal. Pulling the colour out. Come in with my lighter grey. And then in these sort of fluffy bits, I'm going to come in with the white. Help bend out that grey. There you go. You can start to see that sort of come together once you've got a few clouds down on there. Black. Now these ones underneath that he's sort of layered underneath are a lot of lines on them, so they are going to be darker than the other ones. So I'm only going to use the black and the dark grey to come in there. Keep them nice and dark as the clouds that are sort of sitting under or behind the other clouds. Again, blending it up into that black. Coming in with a wet brush just to help blend that line a little bit better with no colour on it. And I just dab it along where I can see it's not blending very well. Now this one here, I can see the line's still quite obvious, so I'm just going to come back in, dab on a bit of the grey and kind of bring that black out a bit more, see if I can blend that a bit better. That's okay, I'm not too worried about it. I can blend it up on my with my Neo ones. So all right, back in with the black. Just following his line work. Right, and dark grey. Lighter grey. Working those blends, that's the important part. You don't want your clouds to look liney, because you don't see the blend in the clouds. So working those edges is really going to help with that. So I hope everyone's doing well. I've just put up a video on my channel and released the picture on Insta for a giveaway. So I'm sitting at like 155 subscribers at the moment, and I really want to get to 500. So I am, as soon as I get to the 500, I'm going to do the draw. Basically, I've got 2 books and a packet of the, what do you call them? Faber-Castell Super Soft Metallic Pastels, and I'm chucking in a pencil case as well for those. But it's open to international as well as Australian residents. Pardon me. I always seem to sneeze on camera. So get over there to that video, leave a comment, and then when I hit the 500 subs, I'm going to draw a number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment underneath your comment that you leave with a number, and then I'll pop that into a random number generator once I hit the 500 and do a draw. So whoever's number comes up on that random generator will be the winner, basically. So yeah, get over there, leave a comment, go on the chance to win. I tried to pick books that weren't, popular books, I guess, because my thought was, well, the ones that are popular are going to be the ones that everybody kind of, or most people already have. Oh, well, I know I definitely do. So I thought, well, why not grab 2 books that I thought were beautiful books, and basically, yeah, introduce people to some new authors, instead of sticking with our, regulars that we always go for. And yeah, so I picked Daria Song, which most people know about Daria Song anyway. I haven't seen a lot of her around in the colouring world recently, so I thought, why not you go with her book, and then which is The Time Garden. Beautiful book. There's some gorgeous illustrations in there. And then the second book was a book that I found recently, called Nordic Wilderness by Claire Scully, and she's got another book out as well. I think it's called like The Menagerie, which is gorgeous. I actually really love the pictures in that book. It's yeah, and her style is very reminiscent of what's her name? I said it in the other video. Now I've had a brain fart. Millie Marotta. So her style, I guess, reminds me of Millie Marotta's style, with like the little segments and the little pieces that fill the images. But for some reason, I think because she puts the image into like either a landscape or things like that. There are obviously portraits where she hasn't in the book as well, but I don't know, I just prefer her work, I think, over Millie Marotta's. Interesting fact though, I actually, when I first started colouring, really liked Millie Marotta, and had done a couple in her book, but by the time I hit sort of that 6-month mark, I think it was, it just really wasn't, I guess, my style anymore. I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't an interest. Her style didn't interest me anymore. I fell in love more with Johanna Basford, when someone had introduced me to her book, which was The Enchanted Forest. I think it was her first one. So that kind of started my interest with her. And then from there, as I started researching more, I discovered Kerby with Anamorphia. This was back in 2015, I think it was when I started my journey in the colouring world. So yeah, my first 3 authors that I ever purchased, I guess, or coloured in was the Millie Marotta book that I had, Kerby's Anamorphia, and Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest. And then I ended up finding Kerby's what's it called? The Ziflin colouring book one. The the Doodle one. Anyway, and really enjoyed that for ages as well. And then as his style developed, I think I preferred his sort of newer style that he had developed, where he hasn't got as many like little animals and, all those little things in there. And absolutely love his newer style, I guess, with, Mythic World and Worlds Within Worlds and Fragile World, and I just love those styles. So I've never been like someone who has been able to colour that realistic kind of realism, I guess. It's not something I'm good at. and I enjoy like really bright colors and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I found, you know, some of the things a bit challenging, like with Fragile World kind of going in and having to use very similar colors because they're all, you know, nature's very similar in colors a lot of the time, and I guess depending on the image and where you're coming from, and if you want to stay with the real colors of where the animals are from and the habitats and the colors of the animals, you know, all those sort of good things. So I mean, you don't have to stay with that. That's just, I feel like that's the point of that book, more not so much the other ones, but just that book in particular, because it is actually looking at particular animals that are in the real world. So, and that's how we're looking so far. Looking good. Let's give you a zoom in. It always looks so much darker when I zoom in. Anyway, that'll give you a bit of an idea. Come back out. All right, let's keep going, and then once I get to this kind of spot here, I'll speed it up and do the rest for you. Yeah, so anyway, back to the giveaway bit, I guess. I have posted that. It's up there now. Go and comment. I've opened it up to international as well, so I'll pay your postage to get it to you. The only issue will be if my country, because I'm in Australia, doesn't post to yours. So if there's issues with the mailing system, whether that be in your country or my country, and getting it to you, I may have to redraw if that ends up happening. I know there is a couple of countries that we haven't been able to send to recently. Whether that is still happening, I'm not sure. But if that is the case, I'll let whoever the winner is know anyway. And I just want to apologise. My stomach is making all kinds of crazy noises. Pardon me, and it's making me burp. I've got a bit of reflux. I had the gastric sleeve done about 14 months ago now. And then when I eat, certain foods sit very heavy in my stomach and can give me some reflux. So you can hear the gurgling, and I'm sorry. It's not very pleasant. All right, coming in. Still staying in those shadows, building in those colours into the lighter highlights. I just love Neos. Like, they're just so versatile, honestly. I think I've said that so many times now, but they're just so easy. And they're pretty forgiving too. Like, I found sometimes if I'm working on a picture and the colour kind of goes over or overlaps, I guess, onto an area that I don't want it. Not so much once it's wet, but when you're applying it dry, you can actually kind of erase it enough that you could work over the top of it, basically. If it was in a bit of an issue, you can erase it enough to come back in and work over the top. So that's something I do like about them, because, you know, how many times you lay down a colour and go, oh, nope, okay, that's not going to work. Go back, rethink, and then not able to erase it. So I think that's, you know, something that works really well for me. I'm a bit indecisive, so yeah, that can definitely be a problem. Yeah, so once I've got up to almost 1,000 subscribers on here, I do have, I do plan on doing another giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers once it hits that point. I've got I think it's 180 set of the, whatchamacallums, brute fooners here that I am going to give away once I hit the 1,000, and then along with that I will do another book to give away with it. I haven't decided which one. I do have one here that I bought for a giveaway, whether I do that one or if I go another one. So I'll leave that up for a surprise once I get up a bit higher with those subs. Yeah, so my goal at the moment is to hit that 500. So I'm trying to post consistently, and like, as I say that, I mean like weekly at minimum on the weekend, and then any during the week I'm just pretty much treating as bonuses. Yeah, we'll see how we go basically, but yeah. All right, so what I will do now, I've come in with that one being a behind cloud and made it all darker rather than coming in with any highlights because it is sitting underneath that one in front. That's going to give you, you know, your depth and your layers and things in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll zoom in so you can have a look at that, and I will speed you guys up. I might just do this side and then I'll jump off camera and finish this side. Otherwise, I think it's going to be too long of a video, and it's the same process the whole way. So I will continue going on this side and I'll speed you guys up so you can watch, and then I will jump off camera, finish that side and come back to finish the video once that side's completed. All right, I'm going to zoom you out because it seems to be better colors when I'm doing that, and you can get kind of more of a picture of where I'm laying it down. But yeah. All right, and I will talk to you guys when I come back. Enjoy. Okay guys, so that is the left side done. What I'm going to do is finish the rest down here and this side off camera, and I'll come back and show you guys once that's completed, because I just don't want this video to go too much longer than what it is. And it's exactly the same process, you know, over here. So I will come back and do that. But before I do, I just want to go in and have a think about okay, so for the moon, oh, sorry, not the moon. I'm going to make it the sun. Okay, so for the moon, before I go and finish this, I will finish this with you guys. I'm actually, well, not finished. I'm just going to tell you what my plan is. I am going to go in with the gold drawing ink onto there. And then what I might do, just to add a little bit of difference, is come in with the lighter gold shade in my Calero paints, and maybe a couple drops of the pinky gold color as well, just to give it, you know, the difference and a bit of a shimmer. Pardon me, not just a solid gold color. So that's the plan for the sun. So while I'm off camera, I will do that as well, because it's literally just painting that ink on and dabbing a few colors in with the brush. So I will finish that and I'll come back and show you guys basically what it's going to look like once all of that base layer is down on that page. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah, talk soon. Okay guys, we're back. I've gone in and completed all the rest of the clouds, and I absolutely love how it looks. So I am very happy that I went in monochrome on those clouds and gave it a bit of a stormy look. Now I went in, like I said, with the gold paint ink for the sun, and then I did just blob on some of that lighter gold and some of the pink as well, just to give it a bit of difference when the pages move, so it's nice and shiny in the middle there. So the next job I have to do is go in with my pencils. As you can see, the Minokawa is faded, and I don't like that look, simply because that's just the base. So I'm going to go in with my pencils and do the Minokawa, and then I will go in with my Neo ones and finish off the background once I'm sure that I don't want to add anything in there. And I do have to come back in with the black pen to do those birds, which I will do. So I'm going to end the video here for the clouds, and then I may do a video for the color, like the pencil work and the Neo ones. Maybe. We'll see how we go. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. I've actually enjoyed doing each stage of this picture. It's allowed me to kind of show you how I go about, I guess, doing each one, and knowing that you don't have to sit there and do the entire picture in a sitting. You know, break it up into smaller chunks. I know that a lot of people have said about Kerby's books being intimidating, especially for like newbie colorists, so it's a good way to do it. You know, chunk, sorry, my kids are still playing the game. Chunk the sky, chunk the hills, chunk the bird, chunk the clouds, and all of a sudden you have a beautiful picture. So, all right guys, I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, have a good weekend. See yous!